So many times in this channel's history, I talked about how Microsoft has a chance to really take control of the foldable phone industry and blossom and take off in a very positive way, right? The ball is in their court. Microsoft obviously fumbled the bag in every way in that category. Google now has that same opportunity. They have that same chance to go out there and put out the best foldable phone possible. Now, the Google Pixel Fold, my opinion, I love the device. It's my favorite foldable phone I use every single day. And with this, alongside my LG Wing, I can't get enough of this phone. I love it. I really, truly love it. But again, like I said before, there are some shortcomings. There are some problems. And that's perfectly okay for a first generation product. That's why Generation 2, which will probably come out in the summer of 2023, or maybe late summer of 2024, sorry, my bad, not 2023, late summer of 2024, this phone, the Google Pixel Fold 2, needs to be a home run. I said this with the Surface Duo 2 when it came out from Microsoft, that they need to hit a home run with that device. And I am going to say the same thing here with the Google Pixel Fold 2. Google cannot mess around with this phone. They have to, and I mean have to, find a way to give this a Tensor G4 chip. Give it the latest and greatest and most powerful chip you have. Because the Z Fold 6 is going to come out with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. You've got to give this thing at least, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but again, like I said, I'm just saying numbers here, and get as close as possible to the numbers I'm talking, Google. 5,000 milliamp battery. You got to give this thing a huge battery. Right now, you're rocking a 4815 battery life in your current Google Pixel Fold. Get that to 5,000. Bump it up a little bit. Make it 5,000. Number 3, you gotta fix the bezels. And I personally have no problem with the bezels. I'm okay with the bezels. But the general consumer has a problem with the bezels. You gotta figure out a way to remove those bezels as much as possible. And number 4, it's the price tag. The price tag, and the problem is everything I just listed perks that price tag up even higher, right? Remove the bezels. Okay, that's going to be $1,900 now. Give a bigger battery in there. That's $2,000 now. You know, every time I list a feature that needs to be added, that just makes it more expensive. But again, like I said, Google, if you're going to make it, you can't make it more expensive, but if you're going to sell for the same price and figure out a way to maybe get some cheaper product or cheaper parts created to make this phone a tad bit cheaper, you got to do it. Because you have, right now, the opportunity to truly take over this industry. I know OnePlus is going big with their, OnePlus Open, and they're probably going to end up rebranding the Find N3 Flip. They're going to rebrand whenever the Find N4 comes out. And they're going to continue to go down this rabbit hole of rebranding Oppo phones. And they're going to be very successful with it, right? Their biggest problem, though, is waterproofness and wireless charging. OnePlus isn't able to do what Google can do here, right? Then you look at the other point of view. And again, OnePlus really, they're only as good as what Oppo releases. They're not a standalone company here that create their own products. They're kind of just rebranding whatever Oppo releases. Samsung, right now, and over the last couple of years, they have been very kind of, what's that word? They've been very, not amped, I will say, to give us a brand new crazy features on these Galaxy phones because they have no reason to. There's no real competition that's forcing them to be inventive and add new features to their phones. Again, Google, I said the same thing with Microsoft. I'll say the same thing with you. This might be your last opportunity with the Google Pixel Fold 2 to truly take over this industry. And you can definitely do it. Again, like I said before, Release date probably sometime in 2024. May 2024, very possible. Maybe June or July. Who knows? The price tag, it's probably going to be very similar to what the was last year. I would hope it'd be less, but every time I list a feature off, price tag just goes simply up even more. It's probably going to be called exactly what it's called this year, the Google Pixel Fold, but with a 2 at the end. Usually these companies aren't that creative. Cameras, I don't expect the cameras to get any better. And if they give us less bezels and more, less bezels and a bigger battery, I think the cameras being the same could be okay or acceptable. Storage will probably be most likely the same, nothing different. Design, like I said, other than what I listed, probably not different. And then inner display, I would love to see them bump it up to an 8-inch display, but I highly doubt they're going to do that. I really do. And again, Android 14 is the software that will come out with it. And it's going to be a great phone. It just needs to come out with that Tensor G4 chip. Because right now, Tensor G2 chip in the Pixel Fold 1, it's good. It's good. But it's not the Tensor G3 chip. It's not going to be the G4 chip. It's not as powerful as a, Galaxy Z Fold 7. Oh, Z Fold 5. Sorry, not 7. A Z Fold 5. And the problem is Z Fold 5 right now is the most powerful affordable phone in the market. And when you charge the same price tag for both of these phones, that becomes a problem. You got to figure that out. And the last thing you got to figure out, Google, is that this phone heats up way too quickly. It heats up way too quickly. And when it heats up, there's problems with it slowing down. You're not able to get full performance out of it. That's not a problem with the Galaxy Z Fold 5. You have to figure out a reason why that happens and how you can fix that, or at least, somewhat monitor it better. It's my cup of tea. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.